All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be talking about Adrien Broner announcing some news and also clarifying some things that was said about he, Al Haymon, and the PBC. Let's talk about it in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Adrien "The Problem" Broner, former multi-divisional champion, who has had a little bit of rough time in the last few years, but had announced a big deal with BLK Prime, a multi-fight deal where he would be getting, I think they said $10 million over 3 fights. He has now announced that he is no longer doing business with them, which should come as a shock to no one. However, right before he announced that, he also clarified some very, very serious accusations that were floating around about his relationship with Al Haymon. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also thank you to everybody that is a longtime subscriber or consistent viewer of the videos and a supporter of the channel. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really does mean a very, very big deal to the channel. So again, thank you. Now let's get into this. BLK Prime came on the scene with a splash, signed Terrence Crawford to a fight against David Accusation, in the middle of, or what seemed like right at the end of actually the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford negotiations, where we thought we were going to get that big, huge welterweight undisputed title. BLK Prime jumps in, gets Terrence Crawford to fight David Accusation instead, and announces that they got a lot of big things that are going to be coming through on their network. And then one of the things that they did right after that was they signed Adrien "The Problem" Broner to a 3-fight deal where he would be getting paid $3 million. I think over $3 million a fight, or $10 million over 3 fights. So big deal, made a big splash. Only problem is it is absolutely not worked out that way for Adrien Broner. He has several fights that are canceled in a row for one reason or another. The fight actually is one fight that got canceled 3 times, or 3 replacement fighters didn't come through. And then so after the third, now Adrien Broner is saying that he is stepping away. They both mutually agreed to go their separate ways because BLK Prime could not keep their commitments. The first time was against Ivan Redcash. He's originally supposed to fight Ivan Redcash. That fight fell through because of an issue with Ivan Redcash's promoter. The second fight that was supposed to take place was between Adrien Broner and Hank Lundy, and then that fell through again because Hank Lundy had a problem. They had a problem with another promoter that had Hank Lundy already on another card. And then the very unfortunate situation that took place with Michael Williams Jr., where he broke his jaw going into the fight. And then after that, they canceled the fight. And Adrien Broner says, look, man, I got to go on. And now he's a free agent. So the problem for BLK Prime is going to be, who else is going to sign with you after going through all of that? You had Brian Norman, who was already signed to them. And Brian Norman, I do believe that pretty much the same thing happened with Brian Norman, where Brian Norman was supposed to have a fight date with BLK Prime. The fight didn't wind up happening, and he moved on and eventually signed with Top Rank and ESPN. I'm not sure what is going to go on with them and Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was at least according to Oscar De La Hoya, was in conversations with Oscar De La Hoya for making a fight with Golden Boy, or a series of fights with Golden Boy. BLK Prime has said that they had more really big announcements that they were going to be making soon. But, they had said that, I do believe, in November. And now it is February. So we're talking November, December, January, February, walking up on March, almost 5 months. Don't really know what's going to be going on with that. Now, there was also a little bit of, I kind of felt like I knew what Adrien Broner was going to be doing because of something else he did, which was clear up something that was going on around about him and the PBC. So it looks like he is trying to, build a bridge. If he's not trying to build a bridge, he's trying to clarify and make sure people understand what he said. He was on an interview with DAZN, and he had raised an issue about, how he was getting paid. He said that Al Haymon he had not taken a check from Al Haymon in 6 years, and that Al Haymon was, making different types of payments to him. But eventually that money dried up, and he's saying, hey, man, where's my money? Adrien Broner has now come out and said, look, man, I think people took what I said wrong. And I'm telling you, nah, people didn't take that wrong, man. You had an attitude about it. So, but whatever, he's cleaning it up and says, look, this is what happened. I didn't ever take a check for him in the last 6 years from Al Haymon for 6 years. But whenever I asked him for money, this time he added in, like, if I asked him for $100,000 because I'm going to spend a weekend in Vegas, he'd send me the $100,000, and then he would send certain amounts of money. And then eventually I said, hey, Al, look, I'm tired of having to ask for the money. Can you just give me the rest of my money? And Al Haymon said, there is no money. And so Adrien Broner is now saying, well, look, man, he did give me a lot of money. So, he's probably right. And that is something that I had said when I did the video originally about this, the way that Adrien Broner had described it. It sounded like Al Haymon was managing his money for him, that he didn't get a check into his own bank account. However, he had access to the money so that, Al Haymon would, when he requested money, Al Haymon would send him the money. Now, why would somebody do that? Al Haymon could have been paying his tax, could have been working with an accountant to pay his taxes for him, could have been trying to make sure that the money went as long and as far as it could go without Adrien Broner going broke. And there had been conversations, or at least words out there that had been the case. And people were saying that several years ago that Al Haymon was helping manage Adrien Broner's money so that Adrien Broner didn't go broke. So now, anyway, though, Adrien Broner says he's in excellent shape. He's ready to fight. He said he could fight tomorrow. He's a free agent. So, hey, man, people holler at me. Hopefully, you can get out there and get an opportunity to fight. And I'm pretty sure that he will be able to get an opportunity to fight. Adrien Broner is a very well-known fighter, and he deserves a chance to fight, and it's unfortunate that he wasn't able to get, what he wanted to get out of the BLK Prime situation. Steven Espinoza had said before when he signed to BLK Prime that, hey, man, when he's done with that, he's welcome to come back over. He's welcome to come back over here. Also, if you look at what's going on in the 140-pound division, there's a lot of good fighters in the 140-pound division right now with the PBC that he could be able to fight, right? And also there's other ones at top rank, really, that he could be able to fight if he's going to fight at the 140-pound, if he's going to fight in the 140-pound division. Only problem is, like he said, in order to get that money, PBC is going to want you to fight Godzilla. Well, there ain't Godzilla over there, but there dang sure is Matisse over there. There's Puello over there. There's even that guy Ponce that just lost to Matias, looked good. You have Gary Antoine Russell over there. There's a lot. You got Regis Prograis over there. Regis Prograis is not with the PBC, but he kind of floats different places. Yeah, man. So there's definitely different options for him out there. The funny thing is, though, like, man, I don't know what's going to go on with BLK Prime, man. That's a pretty bad look. You know what I mean? That's a pretty bad look. Not to have this guy go over there, leave his network to go over there. And this is 2 out of 3 guys that they signed related to boxing that never got a fight after signing with him. Now, people can point to corruption in boxing and all of that. Hey, man, maybe. But whatever the case is, That's what the case is, and that's definitely not a good look. We'll see if BLK Prime has any more announcements of signing any more fighters, but then you're going to be waiting with bated breath to see if the fight actually comes off. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Deuces.